y'all, it is what? Today is freaking, what day is it? It's, what? I'm gonna check, be right back. Okay, so today is Tuesday, November 17th, currently 8:14 p.m. Right now, I'm making vegan tacos for dinner. So yeah, this is my first vlog. My hair is a little crazy, but that's okay. But yeah, it's my first vlog. I know how to properly position the camera. That's okay. So first thing I'm gonna do is wash this pan out.
Yeah, Jit. You could trouble me for a warm glass of
Shut the hell up.
Alright, so first thing I'm gonna do is wash this pan out so that I can make the vegan meat. This is what it looks like. Garden. So I'm gonna wash this pan out. So really quickly, I'm just gonna show you this setup that I have going on. The mint beefless ground, so it's vegan. And then I've got lettuce, iceberg lettuce. Then my tortillas. I'm using Mission White Corn tortillas. Put mild sauce, because this is my favorite thing to put on tacos. And I already took a bite out of this corn tortilla. So yeah, let's get started. So really quickly, I'm going to turn on the stove on like medium heat. Okay, this is a small burner, so I need my oven mitt because I just took something out. Usually I would cut up onions, but with my ground beef, since it's vegan, because I'm vegan. But I'm lazy and it's almost 9 p.m. so I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna cook the meat. The meat. I already told y'all this is vegan, but I'm gonna stop doing quotations because y'all already know, but especially if you follow me on Instagram. But we got the gallon of vegetable oil. Oh, I would love to have rice with this, but I'm also too lazy to make rice, so it's just whatever. So it's heating up. I'm just gonna put like 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil onto the pan. No, like two tablespoons. However much, I don't know how to rightly phrase that, but however much the amount of meat that you have depends on the amount of oil and like the size of the pan, how much oil you're gonna have to put in. So like, you can't really tell there's oil on there, so I'm just gonna give you another view. So from this view, it's easier to see, but yeah, I just put the oil all over. Well, like I put like 2 tablespoons of oil, and then I just rolled it around the pan so that it would spread nice evenly, you know, because you want it to cover all edges of the pan so that your meat doesn't stick to the pan, and also so that like it doesn't burn faster, because when you don't have oil, whatever food you have, it burns faster, and so does the pan. It's just not good for the pan. But this is a non-stick pan also. So the next thing I'm going to do is get my vegan meat. This, see, vegan. Vegan meat. And I'm just gonna tear the packaging open. I'm just gonna take a chunk of that. This is what it looks like. It's frozen, so I'm just gonna take it and crush it onto the pan. Just crushing it onto the pan. And I'm probably going to combine another video that I've already made, just to make this video longer, because I'm not sure of how long this video will be since I started vlogging at night. But I'm just taking this and I'm just, you know, crumbling. So as I was saying in the previous clip before my camera died, I'm just taking the meat and I'm gonna need a spatula. Looking for my spatula because the meat is starting to heat up fast. I'm gonna look for my spices as well. All right, as I was saying before in my clip before I got rudely interrupted by the mother-loving storage. Okay, these pieces will probably come off. Okay. I'm gonna need to get a plate. So I got a plate where I'm gonna be putting the ground beef. Who is it? Who is it? Delivery for what? All right, I'm back. And I put more grease on the pan after I put the ground beef on the plate. So I got my spices this time. Adobo. This one is coriander and cilantro and coriander and annatto. I don't know what those spices are. And then this one just is con pimienta, so with pepper. I don't really like this one, but I just wanted to point out the fact that adobo seasoning is vegan. As far as I know, its only ingredients is salt, garlic, tricalcium phosphate, and turmeric, black pepper, oregano, and natto and cilantro. But I'm going to be using seasoned salt from Morton, adobo, and this from McCormick. I'm going to try this. This is something new. I'm putting more of the ground beef into the pan this time. Ooh, that is not supposed to do that. I need to turn the heat down. I'm gonna just pour all of it on there. And then I'm gonna put the seasoned salt on first. I'll be then I'm gonna put the adobo on it. little bit. Don't want it to be salty. When I change my mind, I'm actually not gonna put this on there just because I don't want it to be too salty. And I feel like I already put a little bit too much. So right now, I'm just moving the meat around, and I'm probably gonna have to add more oil because the meat, I put a lot of meat down, and that meat just soaked up the oil, and I don't want it to stick or burn. So I'm just putting more oil down. Go sit down. I'm babysitting my nieces. I do not have children. Disclaimer. Even though they kind of look like me. That's just our strong genes. I don't have children. So yeah, now I'm just going to, move the meat around while it cooks. I want to keep moving the meat so that it doesn't burn because it's going to heat up really fast. Just going to wait till it gets brown to a really good point. I'm just going to show you right now what it looks like. So this is what it currently looks like. I'm just going to let it get more brown and cook more. But yeah. Here goes the time lapse. Cheers. Just so you know, a good cook, chef, or whatever such always cleans up as they go. So the packaging that I used for the meat, I'm going to recycle it. So I use this, I'm going to recycle it, and I'm also going to put my seasonings away because a good cook puts things away as they go. So yeah. also going to put the cooking oil slash the vegetable oil back underneath the cabinet. Yay, yeah. Having this time, baby. Alright, I think that the meat is cooked really well now. The last one I burnt a little bit, so I don't want it's not gonna be the same color. It's not going to be as brown as the other batch of meat that I previously placed on. So this is what it looks like. Yeah. So I'm just going to transfer the meat onto the plate that I have. Yeah. I probably should get a bigger plate. This is not gonna fit. Okay, I got a bigger plate. Okay, so now I'm going to transfer the meat onto the plate that I have. I heard all that sizzle from the pan, and I was all diving because the meat is onto the plate. I don't know, it's kind of satisfying for me at least. Look at that vegan meat. Who would have thought? Also, I posted something on my Instagram story. The Melanin Shade Room posted something where it was like, what did it say? It was like, it was a tweet that someone had said. They were like, why do vegans? No, the lady had posted chicken wings, which turned out to be vegan, and someone was like, why do vegans eat food that looks similar to regular food or whatever? And I kind of thought that was like such a dumb question. No offense to anyone who like previously had that question in their minds, but to me it's not necessarily rocket science. I'm just like, okay, the texture for one. It's all about the texture. I don't want to just eat plants. And also, often vegans weren't born and raised on eating vegan. Most of us weren't. I actually live in a house with all meat eaters. But oh, excuse me, I had a burp. But the reason that us vegans or whatever like to eat food that tastes and looks like meat, real meat, is because of the texture and because it's something that we as a society has had a craving for so many years, to where it's like, yeah, this is something that I like the taste, but I don't want to harm humans or the environment. And it's also healthier for you because, child, the meatpacking industry is disgusting. Ooh. But yeah, I just wanted to say that because it's something that I had thought of. Like, of course, like, we like the taste, we just don't want to harm the animals, or like, it varies for every person, but I feel like that makes more sense. Like, it's something that we previously had a craving for, so of course we're gonna want to eat. When we transition to veganism, of course we're gonna eat food that we previously were eating, and also it makes it easier to become vegan. I hope that makes sense. I'm rambling, but let me show you what the meat looks like. This is the meat. So now I am going to wash this pan out because as I previously said, good cooks clean up after themselves. So yeah. So now I'm gonna wash this pan out. All right, so the sizzle after you like get a pan or pot fresh off the stove is super satisfying. Okay, it didn't do it. It didn't do it. But it was supposed to sizzle. Like, you know when it sizzles after you like add water to it, cold water? That was supposed to happen, but it didn't happen. All right, so now that we're done that, I'm going to dry my hands off. And then I'm going to, Okay, I'm going to dry my hands off and I'm going to move this because that's probably pretty obnoxious. So I'm going to move this, dry my hands off. I'm going to throw this away. Okay, I'm gonna put you guys right here while I take a sip. So now I'm just going to take this ground beef, a tortilla, and I'm going to get a spoon. This is how I make my tacos. So I'm gonna get a spoon. So I got a spoon, and I'm going to take some of the ground beef and put it onto this taco shell tortilla. Doesn't need to be a lot. I made the whole bag of ground beef, so it's gonna be, it makes a lot of tacos. So I'm gonna take the iceberg lettuce, and unfortunately I don't have vegan cheese because I'm in the East Coast and vegan cheese here is, you know, from what I've tried, I just don't like it. But that's just in my area, it might be different. And people have different taste buds. So I put the iceberg lettuce, I spread it out onto the taco. Not the tortilla. Then I'm gonna take my mild sauce. This is Taco Bell. So the one that they have in the packaging, it is not as good as this one. The one that they sell in stores, it is, all this is vegan, by the way. I'm vegan. Ooh, ooh, yes, yes. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna put more actually. I like my mouth to burn. I like spices. Okay, and then I'm gonna make another one. And probably gonna put it on a less ghetto plate. I'm gonna